Keanu Reeves stepped into the private airport terminal, hands in his pockets, wearing his usual comfortable attire, jeans, a black t-shirt, and an old worn-out cap he had been wearing for years. He wasn't flashy like most celebrities. No expensive jewelry, no entourage, no arrogance. Just a simple man looking forward to his flight. As he walked toward the private jet that had been arranged for him, a sharply dressed pilot stood near the entrance, scanning passengers before letting them board. The pilot glanced at Keanu and immediately frowned. His uniform was crisp, his stance commanding. He looked like a man who took himself very seriously. "Excuse me, sir," the pilot said in a firm voice as Keanu reached the steps. "I believe you're mistaken. This is a private jet for VIP clients only." Keanu raised an eyebrow, offering a polite smile. "I know. I have a reservation. Name's Keanu Reeves." The pilot crossed his arms, giving Keanu a skeptical once-over. "With all due respect, sir, our clientele follows a certain dress code. We expect a level of sophistication. That hat, for instance, isn't exactly appropriate for this flight." Keanu chuckled softly, not out of arrogance, but out of sheer disbelief. "So, you're saying my hat is a problem?" The pilot nodded curtly. "Not just the hat, sir. We have an image to maintain. If you'd like to fly, we can arrange a commercial flight where casual attire is more acceptable." A few flight attendants standing nearby recognized Keanu immediately, exchanging nervous glances. One of them leaned in and whispered to the pilot, "Sir, that's Keanu Reeves." But the pilot dismissed her concern. "I don't care who he is. There are standards to uphold." Keanu remained calm, but there was something in his eyes, a quiet disappointment. He sighed, pulled out his phone, and made a call. The pilot smirked, assuming Keanu was calling for backup, perhaps a manager to argue his case. What he didn't know was that this call would change everything. A few minutes later, the pilot's own phone buzzed. He frowned, glancing at the screen. His face immediately drained of color. It was a direct message from the airline's CEO. "Let Keanu Reeves board immediately and treat him with the respect he deserves." The pilot's lips parted slightly as he swallowed hard, realizing his mistake. He turned back to Keanu, his confidence shattered. "Mr. Reeves, I sincerely apologize for the misunderstanding," he stammered. "Please allow me to escort you to your seat." Keanu tilted his head, a knowing smile on his lips. "You sure?" "Wouldn't want to ruin the airline's image." The pilot's hands fidgeted as he nodded quickly. "Of course, sir. Right this way." Keanu paused, looking around at the crew, then back at the pilot. "Tell me something," he said, his voice still calm but now edged with curiosity. "Would you have treated someone else the same way? Someone without recognition?" The pilot hesitated, unable to answer. Keanu sighed and walked past him, stepping onto the jet. But in his mind, the wheels were already turning. He had faced this kind of judgment before. But how many others, people without influence, had been denied an opportunity simply because they didn't look the part? As the jet soared into the sky, Keanu sat by the window, his thoughts deep in contemplation. A stewardess approached hesitantly. "Mr. Reeves, we're really sorry about what happened earlier." Keanu smiled kindly. "It's all right, but tell me something. Does this happen often? People being turned away for their appearance?" She hesitated before nodding slightly. "More than you'd think," she admitted. "Some people save up for a once-in-a-lifetime experience, only to be judged before they even get a chance." Keanu's jaw tightened. Now that didn't sit right with him. He picked up his phone and sent a message to his assistant. "Look into launching a travel fund for people who actually need it. Let's make sure no one gets denied the chance to fly just because of how they look." He put his phone away, his mind now made up. Respect wasn't about clothing, it was about character. When the jet landed, Keanu stepped off, only to find a group of reporters waiting outside. Someone had leaked the incident, and now the media wanted answers. "Mr. Reeves, is it true that you were denied boarding today?" a journalist called out. Keanu adjusted his hat, smiling slightly. "Let's just say some lessons were learned today." The clip of the incident spread like wildfire online. Social media erupted with outrage. Keanu Reeves handles arrogance with pure class. No one should be judged by their appearance. But the real impact came a few days later when Keanu officially announced his new initiative. The Reeves Travel Fund, a program designed to help struggling families, veterans, and students afford essential travel. No one should be denied an opportunity because of how they look, Keanu said in his official statement. Travel should be about where you